A little more unsolicited advice, Mr. President. Number one, please don't listen to anybody who primarily represents or appears on either Fox or Newsmax or Breitbart or any of those channels or platforms that basically, whatever you say. They're worthless. They're children. They have no idea about anything. Next, how are you going to deal with the undecideds and specifically the younger voters who are going to ask you, what do you think about climate change? You're going to laugh at them? You're going to scoff at them? You're going to say, oh, that's silly. Stop that. There's no such thing as climate change. It's called weather. You're a bunch of babies. Shut up and go home. You're going to do that? Because that's what these geniuses on the right want you to do. They want you just to dismiss a huge part, a huge contingent of the voter population. Because they don't care. Because they're jadrules. They think that for some reason that the rest of the world is going to agree with them. I don't know why. Next, are you going to scoff at COVID? See, they want you to come out and say, oh, COVID is a plandemic and scandemic, and I'm against masks and vaccines, and I made a big mistake. They actually want you to say you made a big mistake regarding Operation Warp Speed. These are morons, and they're going to be telling you this. And they think that somehow this is going to inure to your benefit, that somehow people are going to say, oh, this is a great, that's the kind of guy I want. Let me explain to you. Mr. President, irrespective of what people think ultimately about Fauci or masks or whatever, you did exactly the right thing regarding COVID. Now, there are some things which you have to do politically that you may disagree with privately, you may not necessarily agree with in terms of policy and the like. But if you listen to these folks, if you listen to them, you'll lose. And the most important, and here's the best part, do any of these geniuses have any idea of what they plan to do regarding ensuring that you don't get your election stolen again? Legally, that is. Because remember, they'll take it from you. This shadow government, they'll just take it from you. And you won't be able to do anything about it. And it'll be illegal. And the courts will say it's legal, and the DOJ will say it's legal. Everybody will say it's legal. No matter what happens. They could dive bomb actual precincts with jet fighters and blow up. And somehow, through some weird machination or worldview, the Department of Justice will say, well, nothing wrong with that. So forget trying to catch these people in the act. Forget trying to say, well, here's a movie I've got of people burning Forget it. It doesn't matter. And anybody you hire as lawyers to represent you, they'll be disbarred and ruined. So the question is, what are you doing right now to ensure that nobody tries it? Has your RNC or GOP collectively offered teams and passels and groups of attendants to review no. Have you heard of legions of lawyers and shock troops of lawyers, election lawyers and observers who are going to be dispatched to troubled precincts or toss-up states? No. Is anything going to be done ahead of time, a priori, to handle the certain theft, legal theft, that will most probably happen? No. So let me get this straight. What exactly does your constituency suggest that you do? And the answer is nothing. They just want you to go to rallies, talk to them, explain how your election was stolen, which was fine, how great you are, how you did nothing wrong, and how we're the best, and they want you to make fun of Biden. They just want you to go just make fun of him and laugh at him, and that's it. Do they offer a worldview? Do they offer a plan? Do they offer to the undecided, independent, kind of a on-the-fence voter any reason to vote for you? No. Because, Mr. President, let me see if I can explain this. The people who represent most of your fan base are idiots. Children who have no idea of history, politics, electioneering, psephology, nothing. These are the biggest bunch of children you've ever met. So anyway, for this piece of unsolicited advice, sir, do everybody a favor. Don't listen to them. And ask yourself, do you really want to go through this again? Do you really when you see this White House, if you drive by, do you ever say, God, I can't wait to get back there? Hey, Melania. Hey, Barron. Can't you? Isn't it great? Remember the good times we had there? I'll bet you can't wait to get back to live under the scrutiny. Who cares about Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach, Florida? Relative freedom, let's go back to that wonderful city of D.C. where they love us, where I will spend the remaining years of my life, after I've, of course, fought specious and spurious claims against me for no particular reason. Let's go back into this rat's nest. Let's go back. Do you really want this? I hope you do, because we need you. Because you see, sir, I look at you as chemotherapy or radiation therapy, like to kill this radical left shadow government cancer, this metastatic stage 4 cancer that has taken over my beloved republic. But in the meantime, sir, I ask this very, very simple question. Do you really want this? And if you do, you must be crazy. But that's okay. Nothing wrong with crazy. You'd have to be. So one final thing, sir, just to reiterate. Don't listen to those people on the conservative platforms. They have no idea what they're talking about. They live in La La Land. They live in this, I don't know where they live. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they believe in. Oh, and one more thing. CPAC, the worst. The absolute worst. Dems don't have a CPAC. Radical left don't have a CPAC. The whole thing is a CPAC. They're unified. They have one single voice. That's it. And that's why they're deadly. We're behind you, sir. We are behind you, sir. And again, if for some reason you say, you know what, I don't want to put up with this, I understand completely. But then again, that will be the complete and total ruination of what's left of our beloved republic. Thank you very much, sir, for your efforts. And now everybody watching may comment as they see fit.